Ew, I forget that people can watch the beginnings of these. Why do I look like this? Why do I look like that? Okay. No, not doing that. All right. I literally titled this like New Couch. New Couch, who dis? It's me, your girl. What diff it? Okay. Why do I look like a watermelon? Like, I look like the rind of a watermelon, and I look like a girl that goes, I love Dr. Seuss. Like, I literally look like that. No. We gotta give hot girl energy. Hot girl. Oh, wait. This is a whoop. I know, right? It's like, I'm fancy. I know. Because I am. Because I am. Okay. I hate when people do that. Oh, why do I look like this these days? I hate it. Wait, can someone send the link in the Discord? Yeah, okay, me. I have no employees. So actually that's gonna be me sending the link in the Discord right now. Oh my god, I ghost produced. Oh. Money Fits! Just thought about your channel and bam! What's up? It's spooky season! What's up? What's up? Okay, I'm doing a really quick live. I wasn't gonna go live because thought I'd be first. What's up, Nathan? I did like not like an interview, but I don't know what, yeah, I guess an interview. An internet friend of mine has a YouTube channel, and they we did an interview of me for their show or something. So I was doing that, and I was like kind of nervous for it at first. I was like, I shouldn't have been nervous, you know? But anyway, why am I talking like this? I sound crazy today. Okay, sorry. Oh wait, I do have something to rant about though, so that's always fun. But let me first quickly post the link of the video on the Discord. She's booking celebrity guest appearances already. I am. You gotta say I am. Oh, that's really dark. What is going on? There we go. That's a little bit better. Please don't tell me it was called Cat. Oh, no, Nathan. I've been tricked by that one before. And fortunately, it wasn't that one. Let's go to it. We on a rant today. Okay, we're on a rant today. You want me to rant? You want me to rant? I'm gonna... Wait, first things first, I got a new couch. And by new couch, I mean I got a smelly old couch that a toddler probably diarrhea, took an applesauce, squirted it all over, and I got it on Facebook Marketplace for free. And that's all that matters because it's an improvement of the old couch that we had in here. The old couch that we had in here, I would fall off of. I would sink into. It was also... Wait, maybe I should be sitting on the couch. This makes no sense. But I don't know. It's too scandalous. And I know you're all going to be like, please. But, like, I gotta keep some boundaries here. Like, I've already lost enough respect for myself doing this shit. Like, you think I need to do that? Anyway, I am home alone and someone Edward. Hold effing phone. Did you say you've been tricked? Good for you, Kayla. Timmy must be grateful. No, I did not. Am I cooked? You're all cooked, folks. Okay. So this is what happened to me, folks. This is what happened to me. You want to know? You want to know? Because I'm pissed. And when I'm pissed, I'm pissed. Okay, that's crazy. Why do I just keep wheeling back and forth like I'm in a freaking game of bumper cars? Why don't I? No, okay, this is what happened. I'll tell you. I told you. I'll tell you. Does anyone in this stream remember my stream from a few months ago? Like, I want to say 6 months ago. Approximately 6 months ago, I made a stream called Crunch Fitness is a Scam, or something like that. Like, my gym membership is a scam, or whatever. I made a stream and I ranted for about 2 hours about how the gym that I belong to closed down, fully closed their operations. No gym in sight, no equipment to be used. And they didn't tell me, and I was paying them for 6 months. And it was only until I went to investigate, aka Google, and be like, should I go to the gym? Is it open today? Where I found out, oh my God, it's been not even operating for months. So anyway, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Just put that in the back of your head if you do remember that. Thank you, Money Fits, for saying that you remember that. So anyway, that backlight is at a bad angle. You're right. I've tried to dim it. You can't dim this stupid idiot light. I hate it. But I guess I could just take it off. Maybe I'll just take it off. I've been thinking about remodeling the backdrop because it's, Halloween is approaching, aka the season to be spooky and all the things that are good in the whatever. And I have a new couch now that's like a little darker black, whatever, gray. And I'm thinking of putting wallpaper up and like doing new decorations. So honestly, like I'm kind of down to just be done with that one specific huge light because all the time I'm just like, I'm covering the light and I'm like, get this shit out of here. So anyway, honestly, I don't care. Okay, so the simple chicken. Well, you can go season your chicken somewhere else. How about that? All right, I'm in an angry mood. I'm not here to be like kind to the haters. Usually I'm a kind person to even the haters in the chat, but today I'm not for it. Why pay for a gym membership for 6 months and not even go? Because it's called being an adult and having so many things to do, but also nothing at the same time because you don't know where your life is going. You have no goals. You don't know what you're supposed to do with your life. You're like, am I supposed to get married? Am I supposed to... And so then you just belong to a gym because you want to be healthy. You want to live. You don't want to get cancer and die. So you belong to a gym and then you never go. Because why? Because you have other responsibilities in life. Because your YouTube channel is waiting for you. Because if you make more content on YouTube, then maybe it'll take off for once. And maybe you'll be able to make money on YouTube. And maybe you can quit your sad, stupid, idiot 9-to-5 rat race job. Okay? Now you're with me? Good. Keep up because there's a lot to say today. And I ain't even sorry. And she ain't even sorry. Okay, now I really sound like someone needs to like check me in. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. No one needs to check me in. Thank you. So you didn't go to the gym you paid for. How American of you. Exactly. Also, it was not even like no accountability for what? I didn't like punch anyone in the goddamn face. I didn't go to a gym for 6 months. Wait, guys. No, that wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't that sorry. Okay, wait, pause. I don't know. I guess I didn't explain this properly. The problem wasn't that I didn't go to the gym for 6 months. The problem was that there was no gym to go to. Yes, the problem was that I didn't go to the gym for 6 months. But the other problem was there was no physical gym. It was closed. They closed it. It was finito, as y'all say somewhere. I don't know what country, but someone says finito. I don't know. That sounds racist of me. Someone says finito, and I don't know where it is because I'm from Louisiana. I ain't taking your shit. No, I'm kidding. Anyway. So I understand why people don't like me now. I'm like, yeah, that was a lot. So anyway, you didn't know yeah, you're right. You're right. And you know what? See you next Tuesday sucks. Oh, well, no. Okay, your name is a little crazy, but that's fine. Okay. How about let's put this all on pause. Just keep that on the back of your mind, okay? This is not even what the rant is about. This isn't really what the rant is about. This is just, I'm giving you context of what happened like 6 months ago in the life that I actually streamed about for 2 hours on stream, and I was like, whatever. The other day, I'm checking my credit cards because I opened up a business checking account, if anyone must know. If you also throw this video a like, even if you're like, I actually hate you and you're not funny at all, but like, I'm watching, you're entertaining in some form, just double tap that screen, because every double tap I get on the screen will make a girl scream. So anyway, oh my God, Mackenzie's here. What's up, Mackenzie? You thought you could go, so you got your money's worth. Right, Fajita. Thank you. What's up, Alex? Cats are cool, but I'm convinced they all have ADHD. I have ADHD, though. You get a like from me. Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that. See you next Tuesday. I remember your video at the gym closing. That was crazy. See? Thank you, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a business checking out, but no Cash App. I don't have a Cash App. I have an Amazon wish list, which, like, you can order me something cute if you want. I have, like, yeah, this stupid paying YouTube. I have is it a Patreon? I have, like, a buy me a coffee. I don't know. No one ever bought me a coffee, so I don't know why I have that, but for one day I will. One day, every day of my life, someone will buy me a goddamn coffee, and I will be drinking it, and I'll be slurping that coffee. Okay, Sorry, I'm just trying to manifest. People say you gotta I'm like the most negative person. I know it doesn't sound like that because when other people come to me for advice or when other people like bring their life problems to me, all I can be is positive. I'm like, but why would you even think of that? That's crazy. I'm like, no, you are so good. Like, that's genuinely how I feel about everyone else in the world. But when it comes to myself and my own things, I'm like, nothing's ever gonna be right. So anyway, that's crazy. Moving on. The Ko-Fi works. I received 2 copies. See, it works. It just doesn't work when you're me. And no one wants to get you a damn coffee. So anyway, I do have an Amazon wish list. Let's go. Tell me that how someone could be this beautiful. It just, yeah, I mean, I do have that kind of thing. I don't know if I have that on my Amazon wish list anymore because Xenu, my co-producer, my manager, used to add the most insane things to my Amazon wish list. So I was like, forget it. I'm not having it anymore. So anyway, okay, let's get back to the point. Focus. It sounds like I'm actually like a paranoid, like just, it's going to sound like I have a mental illness. That's because I do have mental illnesses, but they're not that extreme and it's nothing to be concerned about, and do not alert anyone. Thank you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. So I opened up a business checking account because I was being a big girl. I was doing adulting things. I was like, accountants, we're gonna have a credit card where I specifically use for business expenses. This is real. I'm an adult. The life is getting whatever. So I finally go to the bank. I finally schedule it with a bank person. I have bank accounts. I'm not an idiot, but like I specifically made a business account and I was feeling good. I was on top of the world. Then I go to check my business account after a few days in the Hamptons, enjoying the rich life, which, by the way, I am not. And it is not my life that I was living. But I was graciously invited by someone who does live that amazing, luxurious Hamptons life. And I was enjoying it for the weekend, for Labor Day. Oh, sue me that I wanted to jump and dance on top of a Hamptons bar table. Okay? I'm a human. You expect me to not wear my Shein clothes and jump on a Greek restaurant bar table? Of course I'm going to do it. So I did it, and I danced, and it was fun. Then Monday rolls around, it's Labor Day. We have to remind ourselves that we're laborers, and we work for our money, huh? Right? Yeah, except some people steal people's money, and that's what happened to me this week. I checked my bank account come Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Thank you, JP, for the reminder. I don't ever stay on topic. But yes, on Tuesday comes around and I check my bank account to see, if my big girl business checking account is open and if I can transfer funds over and make it an official account. And what do I see? T-Mobile credit card charge $300. T-Mobile credit card charge $50. Spectrum internet charge $100. All of these charges on my credit card to sum up to $1,000. So I had $1,000 of charges on my credit card that were not my charges. They were fraudulent. Okay, get to the point, Kayla. Right. At the end of the day, I was just trying to make sure that my big girl business checking account was there and that it was all well and fine. But no, some broke ass mother effing. Sorry, should I curse? No, I shouldn't. It's fine. Charge my credit card like a ton. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize this. Like, I don't even have alerts. I mean, I do now, so don't even come for me. I have a lot of alerts now. I'm like really like, do not. But no, it was brutal. Okay, I thought it was brutal. I was like, this is crazy. Then they're charging things on YouTube TV. And I'm like, I don't even pay for movies and rentals. And I don't even pay for things on YouTube. And this person is using my credit card to spend $1,000. Like, that is, I'm sorry. I get it. We struggle with money. Life is tough. I don't want to call people broke. Oh, you're broke. I'm better than you. But like, you have and I don't care if you're earning money, no matter what you're doing, and you're doing, as long as it's in a way where you're not stealing from someone else or hurting someone else or yada, 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 doing something bad. If you're working at a Starbucks, amazing, great. If you're working as a person in HR, amazing, great. I actually think of you as the same, right? But like the fact that these people like are buying things that I don't even buy myself on my credit card was horrible. You know? Yeah, it is a total crime, right? Why don't American women have fangs? I kind of do. I mean, I used to have fangs, and I got them shaved down a little bit. My dentist did it. I don't know. Well, because, like, after you get Invisalign or a braces, I never had braces, but I had Invisalign for a little bit. But sometimes they'll shave just the bottoms of the teeth just to make them a little bit smoother because they're all bumpy from, like, chipping them and stuff. I don't know. You know what? I don't even know. I love how I just switched topics, like, so quickly. I was just, like, screaming about whatever. So anyway, yeah, and I do starving for attention. I am starving for attention. I'm an only child of divorced parents since I was 3. Yes, exactly. I am starving for attention, but not attention to steal my credit card. So anyway, so they took my credit card and they charged a bunch of stuff to $1,000. And you know, I wasn't really truly worried about it. Because at the end of the day, like, banks have your back, and they're, I think, backed by the United States government to a certain extent, at least for as far as credit cards go, right? But I was still mad because I'm someone that I want justice to be served no matter what. Just in life, yada yada. I'm like, no, we got to get to the bottom of this. So I take it a step further, and I'm like, yeah, the bank, you're probably not going to do anything about it. You're not going to investigate. You're going to say you're investigating it, and then you're just going to dispute the charges, and you're going to get your money, whatever. I'm going to get my money back. But that's not enough for me. I need to know more. Like, we need to close the loop because justice needs to be served. So anyway, so then, in addition to the charges that were happening on my card, Lyft, T-Mobile, Spectrum, stupid, like, big name companies that, you know, I don't think if they look through their statements, maybe they would be able to identify what account they were connected to. I think they would be able to if someone actually cared or tried, but I don't think anyone would really care or try unless, you know, I paid someone off or the FBI was investigating it, and I know that's not going to happen. I'm not that delusional. I'm delusional, but not that delusional. So I found the credit card charge that was the least, you know, the one that was a little bit like, that's weird. Like, all of these charges being really big, publicly traded companies that make sense. If someone's going to steal a credit card, they're going to be going to these places and buying things. That makes sense. But one of them, I was like, what is this? You know? And so I looked it up. Okay? Bought you a coffee for entertaining me for a few minutes, but not sure how we got from a gym to this, but I'm with you. Okay, yeah, exactly. So wait, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm the real JP. Shout out to JP. Let's go, JP. I can't show my underarms because people are always like, "Can I see your underarms?" And I'm like, "Why?" You know, I'm like, "What for?" But people have things that they like, and I don't know. My car was stolen once, and they gave me 60% back of what was stolen. That sucks that they only gave you 60%. That really blows because I think they're supposed to kind of give you 100%. But I guess, you know, if they can't prove, I mean, I'm not sure. No, they didn't. They did not buy that Joe Smith. They paid for, it was a charge for a debt collection agency. This mother effer tried paying their debt in my name with my debt. So basically, they tried paying off a debt collection agency. Sorry, just to reiterate how stupid and dumb this sounds, which I get. You know, times are tough. Life is hard. We have debt. Debt needs to be paid. But, like, I'm sorry. I didn't even know that was legal to pay off your debt with another form of debt, essentially. You're paying. So anyway, I asked ChatGPT, my best friend, and it's like, yes, I guess it can. It's not, you know, typical to be valid. Like, usually they don't really accept that as a form of payment, especially a debt collection agency. You think they would be like, no, we need cold hard cash, actually, because you are already in debt. We need actually your money because you have a history of not being able to pay your debt. Hence why we are here. Hence the existence of a debt collection agency. So anyway, apparently they were able to charge my credit card with the debt collection. Or the debt collection agency was able to charge my credit card. And I was like, that's weird, right? Well, you never heard of someone stealing your credit card and pay off their debt. I mean, yeah. Wait, Wally, are you being sarcastic or no? Let me know. That seems pretty easy to figure out if they didn't just try to get cash off of it somehow. So, we all like parts of girls. They are fantastic. What do they buy? No. So, banks, credit card companies just write off taxes. It's why they don't pursue. Debt should be paid, but not with someone else's money. People who do that are scum. They should go sell drugs. Yeah, exactly, right? What's up, Johnny boy? It's called a job, but it's all on you to follow their procedures to clear yourself. But, okay. But I'm still, like, I'm still interested in, like, I'm at this stage of me checking my credit card statements and seeing people charging on my card. I'm thinking of what could they be buying? You know, I'm thinking of, okay, they're paying off their Spectrum bill. Makes sense. Maybe they need the internet to, I don't know, steal other people's credit cards and identities and use them. Fine. Whatever. We all need internet. Okay? And then I'm like, T-Mobile. Maybe they're paying off their T-Mobile bill, but then retrospectively, I'm thinking about it going, no, they definitely went to a T-Mobile store and they're definitely buying like an iPad or an iPhone and maybe going to sell it. They bought some Lyft cash, $25, $25, $25. Lyft cash vouchers that they're going to use to, I don't know, either get around places, or can you even use Lyft cash vouchers for food? I don't even know if they do Lyft. Like, I know they do Uber Eats, but do they do Lyft Eats? I don't think so, but I don't know if Lyft was bought out by someone. I'm not sure. So anyway, is anyone following me here still? No, that's not sarcastically. Still have the responsibilities, I'm just ironic. Yes, right? And I thought that was very weird. I'm like, all of that makes sense, honestly. Someone buying an iPad makes sense on my credit card. Someone buying, paying for internet makes sense. Someone paying for, I forgot the other things. They were all like very typical, like, okay, yeah, this is obviously fake, blah, 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 blah. There was some YouTube TV charges, which I was like, I don't even know if those are mine or not, but I was like, I don't even buy, like, someone's buying movies and TV rentals, and I'm like, that's a little weird, but fine. And then this debt collection agency, I'm like, that's weird. Why would they care about paying off their debt? Why would someone care who's already stealing other people's credit card numbers? Like, they're already like fine with the fact that they might get locked up, and they're probably going to get locked up if they're not already locked up or haven't already been locked up. Like, I don't think they really care about their credit score, which is why I was so baffled by the fact that someone would charge, you know, a credit, like repay their credit, a debt collector on my card. I was shocked. So you know what I do? I call the debt collection agency, because the mama's not going to just sit there and be like, okay, fine, we're done. As long as I dispute and get my money back, I'm fine. I'm like, no. Like, now I'm in the weeds. I'm in the psychology of this person's mind. I'm trying to find out why they are trying to pay off their debt. Like, are they really trying to clear their credit? Are they really trying to buy a house in this economy? So I investigate, okay? This story just gets crazier. Right. Lyft is a luxury. Insult to injury. I know. What happened? So, basically, oh, KJ, did you just join? I don't know if you just joined or if you've been listening and you're just like, get to the point. I don't know. I can't tell at this point. So, basically, I call the debt collection agency. They just set themselves up with paying their debt. iPad, phone, plan, travel, entertainment. They just set up pretty good, actually. But it didn't make sense. Okay, KJ, basically what I said so far was someone spent $1,000 on my credit card. They spent them at usual places like T-Mobile and Lyft and places that, you know, you would suspect. But one of the charges on my credit card was a debt collection agency. And I was shocked that the fact that someone who's already stealing someone's credit card numbers, spending over $1,000, which is like, I think pretty high. It's not like they're just spending one thing. It's like a huge amount of money at this point. I was surprised that they would, you know, risk going to jail for a few years. but at the same time wants to pay their debt off, which also paying your debt off can be immediately tied to you as a person. Like, forget about going into a T-Mobile store wearing a hoodie and buying an iPad where maybe they don't have a cameras or a camera system. I mean, these days I'm surprised they don't, or I'm surprised that there's no auto detection where they can just automatically identify a face and just blah blah blah. But our government doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But I was surprised that they would be so fine just, being like, here's my account that I want my debt paid off on. Here's the card. Pay it. Like, you have to be really stupid to be like, no, they're not going to tie this to my name. You know what I mean? Like, that's another level of stupid. So I was like, they're so dumb. Let me figure this out. I call the debt collection agency. Okay? So they just maxed what they could on the card, just those couple things. I think I'm still getting charges on the card, even though I've locked the card, I've canceled the card, I've reordered, I've notified the bank, they've put it under investigation. Somehow, charges are still, like, pending. I don't know if that's because by the time I realized, maybe, the date of those were a little bit beforehand and, like, they're pending now. I'm not sure. But anyway, what's up, a-hole? Thank you, a-hole. Common says this is not common. You should reach out to people and sell this service of you investigating things for people. I should. I've thought about becoming the Secret Service raided my neighbor's apartment for credit card. That's crazy. I've thought about becoming a private investigator because of this. Private investigations. No, I have, because, guys, no, you don't understand. Like, there was a crazier story that I have not told anyone yet, because it has to do with, like, a viewer of the channel, and, like, I don't know. I'm, like, scared that they're, like, watching still. So I just, until I have, like, more subscribers and, like, money, like, can hire a lawyer, like, on retainer. No, okay, that's a little crazy. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So anyway, tell us now. I told my wife the truth. I told her I was seeing a psychiatrist. And she told me the truth. She was seeing a psychiatrist, 2 plumbers, and a bartender. What? Those are the psychiatrists? That's funny. So anyway, I called the debt collection agency. And I figured, because this isn't my first rodeo of calling a company to get information from them. Information that maybe they don't want to give for whatever reason, they don't want to give it, which that's a whole other thing, or is it because they don't want to give confidential information? Can they really get in trouble because of privacy concerns? Or is it because they're fine with the debt being paid because they're getting their money and they're doing their job and they don't care about, whose debt, whose money is being used for the debt? That's a whole other thing, right? So anyway, I called the debt collection agency, and I don't say, someone fraudulently charged my card and I need you to tell me right now who it was and da-da-da-da, because I know they're not going to tell me. I know they're going to tell me to call the police. Sorry, ma'am, we can't tell you anything further. So I go into it like this. I go, hi, I had a charge on my card from this debt collection agency, and I'm just trying to figure out which account it was. I'm not sure if it was my own, if it was my parents, my children. Sorry, I pretending like I'm a mess, even though I am a mess. But, like, pretending like I'm disorganized. I'm a boomer. I don't know. I just checked my credit card statement for the first time, and so I'm like, well, whose account is it, right? And they are smart-ish. They're not smart, but they're smart enough to, like, not just tell me whose account it was, because they would, to find out, I guess, whose account it was that my credit card was used, would need to know, like, the last, and I don't know if even softwares work like this, where they could actually match up the date and the credit card number with the account and tell me, oh, it was actually Linda Ellis's account that this credit card was used for. Does that name sound familiar? No. They just kept demanding to know my name. They were like, what's your name, ma'am, so we can look up your account? And I was like, I'm trying to not say the F word. But I was like, because I didn't want to give them my name, but also they already had my name because my credit card was already used. So I gave them my name, and they're like, we're going to look up your account, ma'am. And I'm like, okay, fine. They're looking at my account. So confused right now, LOL. Oh, Mason, basically, Mason, what happened? Sorry for everyone that is just joining. But basically what happened was $1,000 or more have been charged on my credit card since like Monday, this past weekend. Someone has been charging $1,000 on my credit card. All of the charges were typical publicly traded names or big companies that you would expect like someone to be charging, like T-Mobile buying an iPad or an iPhone, someone at Spectrum paying for their internet bill or whatever they're buying at Spectrum. Lyft vouchers, they're buying $25, multiple Lyft vouchers. But then there was one credit card charge out of all of the credit card charges that were done that I was like, this is weird. And it was a debt collection agency. And I was like, red flag. Who is thinking, what scammer who's like already gonna probably go to jail, like, who is worried about paying off their debt and like not being bankrupt, right? Like, who is worrying about that? Like, their credit score is definitely already crap, and like, you know, it didn't add up. So I called the debt collection agency, and that's where we are at the story right now. I bet money that it was Nathan said. So they're now looking into my account. They're making sure that it's my account. And so they're like, yeah, nothing is coming up with your, and also the person I'm talking to is very sketchy and very weird. And they are like, yeah, your name is popping up actually. Like, after me being like, I'm trying to figure out whose debt it is, and them being like, well, what's the account name? And I'm like, no, it's not my own debt. It's, you know, I know it's not because I don't have any, and I know this for a fact. And they're like, well, what's your name, ma'am? What's your name, ma'am? What's your name, ma'am? And finally, I'm like, here's my name. I don't give them any other information besides my name because they probably already have it because my credit card was used with my name on it at this place. So I'm trying to figure out who used it. I'm trying to figure out what account that this payment was on my card was tied to, because I'm trying to bust who it was. And they are being weird about it, being like, well, we looked up your name and actually you do owe debt, which I 100% do not. And I've validated this multiple times. And since then I've validated this. I do not. But they're like, we validated this. Is this your email? Again, this wasn't my email, but they gave me an email. And I'm just like, oh, maybe, like, just playing along, seeing what they say. And they're like, yes, ma'am, you owe $150 for this gym membership that was bought out by a different gym. And you owe money for this gym membership. AKA, I'm like, the gym membership? First of all, I'm sorry. I've never heard of in my life a debt collection agency being sent out for a gym membership. I've heard medical. I've heard, you know, home, whatever, mortgage. I've heard everything else but gym membership. You're telling gym membership. You've got to be effing out of your goddamn mind. Also, they knew nothing about me until I was like, this is my name. Then they're like giving me an email address, not my email address. It wasn't even my debt. I swear to God, called these people, called the 3 major credit, whatever. And they're like, no, like, you're good. So I'm like, so this company is telling me that I have, or someone with my name has this blah, blah, blah. And it was only $150 too, right? Like, they're really coming after $150 of debt. Really? Because it seems like the amount of work that it would take for someone, aka a law firm or a credit debt collection agency, to spend calling people repetitively over $150 is insane. That's insanity. They would have just said goodbye, done. Like, they would have not cared about that. So anyway, so I'm like, this is crazy. This is stupid. And I'm like, now I'm at a point where I just tell them, actually, someone fraudulently used my card and they charged money from, actually, your company processed the payment on my credit card and it did not match up to the name because I don't know debt and I don't know who blah, blah, blah. Basically, I say, can't you match up the amount, the number amount, the dollar amount, and the date? And you can check the last few digits of the credit card, and you can match it up, and you can tell me the account owner. And they're like, I'm sorry, ma'am. So sorry that happened to you. Goodbye. And like, I'm saying, I want to speak to your manager. I said that multiple times. I want to speak to your manager. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am, that this happened to you. Goodbye. And they hung up on me. And I'm like, oh boy, they hung up on me. They hung up on me. That means that they're doing something shady as mother effing, right? Like, I get, like, when a customer service client representative, I understand if I'm being like totally deranged out of my mind, losing my, like, and I wasn't. Like, I was pretty calm, cool, and collected until I was like, no, someone fraudulently charged my card with your company name, and you have the system in front of you, and you can probably easily look up and match up the date of that it was paid off of, because I bet you don't have many payments going off on this exact date. And also, I can give you the last whatever digits of my credit card that, by the way, your company charged on, and you can tell me the account owner. And basically they were like, gotta go, bye, and like hung up. And I was like, whoa, shady, 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 shady. And so now I think you didn't have that card attached to the gym. I think I did. I think I did have that card attached to the gym. The thing is, they didn't even like, they were never, no one's ever called me being like, oh, you have debt, da 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 da. I think that my card, this is my hypothesis, and I might sound like I'm bat blank out of my mind because I've told my parents, I've told my friends, and no one is like, that's weird. But I think it's weird because what are the odds that a debt collection agency, oh wait, it gets weird, I forgot to even say. So I Googled the debt collection agency. I Google the name, and I Google that and Reddit. Yes, I have ADHD. Yes, it is weird. I get it. But I Google the debt collection agency, that the same name that was on the credit card statement, and I Google it, and I look up reviews, I look up stories, da 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 da. Everyone is saying, these people call me every day and harass me. I literally canceled my gym membership a year ago and they're still calling me. They call me from different numbers, area codes. They leave these people, like, a ton of reviews and stories and da da da. Specifically all around gym memberships. And on top of it, the gym membership that I belong to, that I made a live stream about 6 months ago, that I was cursed, and I was saying, this is going to be a class action lawsuit. This is going to be a class action lawsuit. The way that they went about, like, going out of business and still charging people, aka me being one of them, 6 months later, which, you know what, in the grand scheme of things, $20 a month or 25 or 30 or something like that. Like, very low, not a big deal. Also, I didn't go to the gym like at least a year before that anyway. It wasn't the principle of the money that was that was wrong for me. Because it's, you know what, if I don't show up to a gym and I have a gym membership and I don't remember to cancel the subscription, that's on me. Like, I take full ownership. I would never go back and say, give me my money back. But the fact that they canceled their gym and they notified me, aka one time apparently by email, that when I looked back, I did find one email in my spam box that was like, you know, from whatever. We're actually transferring your membership to another gym, but we're closed. Like, one email, and then continuously charge. And then when I called to cancel, they were having such an issue canceling it, first of all. They refused to refund me for, like, any of the money that I was paying those months that the gym that I was belonged to didn't even operate. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Eventually, they refunded me, like, 1 month and, like, the annual fee or something like that. Like, they did refund me something, and they kept being like, this means that you will not sue us in the future. And I was like, red flag? Like, if you're telling me now that if I accept this money so I don't sue you in the future, that means that people are going to sue you in the future. That means that you're doing shit that people are going to, that they have a reason to sue you because you're doing shady shit. So I was already like, this is bad. Like something is wrong, right? So I thought of that. This was a long time ago, and I still reference the story as a little bit of a joke, a little bit of a like, haha, remember that one time? Like that was funny. Blah, blah, blah. But now, when my card was charged over $1,000, coincidentally, one of the charges being one of the like 10 charges or whatever, being from a debt collection agency. That when I called, they're claiming that people owe money to the same gym that I'm referencing about 6 months ago when this all other whatever crap happened with. And when I look online and I go on Reddit and I see people, like, I see no good reviews. And the only good reviews, everyone in the comments of those good reviews are like, this person works for the place. Like, they're lying. They're trying to get people to pay, like, debt that doesn't even exist. Like, it's crazy. Def not pre-recorded. She's interacting with us. Yeah, I'm not this can't be real. The gym sucks. I imagine that there are gyms that don't do that. Only way to find out is hopping to other gyms. It's common practice during bankruptcy to falsify outstanding memberships to offset liability. Yeah, I mean, 100%. 100%. I'm taking a photo of that because that's like a very true statement. But the thing is, my gym has a machine called a Booty Buster. Hold up, I pay $45 a month. That's the real scam. I've got about $300 in medical debt that the collection agencies after was supposed to be covered by insurance. Oh, I hate when that happens. And when they're faking clothes, that's complete fraud. Why are facial features looking so medium size? Are they supposed to be bigger or smaller? I feel like I have big facial features, but also my face is pretty big. I don't have like a very like, I don't know. I feel like I have a very like face, you know? Does that make any sense? What's up, Edwin? That is effing nuts. So yeah, are you involved because you're asking to tell a new story? You really look good. Thank you, Wally. Is she AI? AI? I don't think AI would have like fuzz like that. Actually, maybe it would. I don't think AI would have like hormonal acne like that. But anyway, whatever. A very what face? I don't know. Just like doughy and like random like I look like a sim, or not a sim. I look like a me. Like, you know Wii? You know the Wii Sports? Me. I look like a me, basically. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate it. Good faith. Thank you, Honky Digital. That's what AI would say. No, AI would be like, I'm going to butter your biscuit. And then it would transition into a Candyland game board or something. And then it would be like wiping your butt with a penguin igloo wipe. That's AI. AI is random. It's weird. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Your face is perfect. Don't chat, make yourself conscious. I want to squeeze your doughy cheeks. Thank you. So anyway, isn't that weird? So here's my theory, which I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know. I think that this gym, I don't know. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know if the whole gym is in on it. I really don't. I don't think that they're in on it, but I think that I think that they get enough customers, okay, with their low membership per month subscription cost. It is like criminally low, right? And I think they bank on people not going to the gym. Like, they only charge $20 a month for their operations. Imagine that, the bills, the people, the employees that work there, the air conditioning, the water, the facilities, the parking, the rent, everything. But they only charge people $20 a month. Of course, there's going to be a ton of people that, want to pay $20 a month for the gym. Okay? But then they get to a point where they can't operate anymore, or they're not making that much more money because they've exhausted the amount of people in the area that would actually go to the gym. There's only set amount of people within a certain radius. Otherwise, they're going to go to a different gym. No one's going to drive over 30 minutes to go to the gym. I could barely go to the gym that's 5 minutes from you know what I mean? So anyway, they've exhausted. They've hit the max of, they get to a point on a chart where they have the max amount of memberships, basically. Maybe they lose one, they gain one, and they're pretty much at a plateau, okay, in their gym lifespan. And so what do? They liquidate. They sell their stuff to make more money. And what do they sell that makes the money? Well, they're renting the facility, so they're not going to sell the facility. They're renting it. They can sell the equipment, but who wants a bunch of busted, ellipticals. Like, how much can you really sell those for these days? People just sell, honestly, I got a free elliptical on Facebook Marketplace a few years ago. Like, no one is really selling treadmills and equipment that much anymore. Like, it's pretty much dawn of the days, if that's the saying. So the liquidation of the gym, the assets that the gym holds, isn't actually the equipment nor the real estate. No, it is the data, it is the subscriptions, the credit cards of all of the people that paid for the gym for $20 a month. Only $20 a month, it's not that bad, right? But that's their assets. So they're liquidating it. So I don't know who buys the data of the gym. I don't know if someone, I mean, when they transferred over to the new gym, they transferred all the subscriptions over to a new gym. I don't know if they had them. I don't know if someone sold the data to somewhere, but I have a theory that they sold the data of all of the people at the gym. And or it could have gotten leaked. Maybe it's a data breach. Maybe, you know, all those like class action lawsuits where it's a data breach. Fine. But what are the damn odds that this debt collection agency of the same gym that I'm referring to that gave me such a big issue, that is, by the way, like failing as a gym in general, because I know this because they keep emailing and being like, join for $1, this new gym, whatever. And what are the odds that someone now is using my credit card like 10 times in a row? It feels as if someone leaked the data, sold my the credit card information, as well as to this debt collection agency. I don't know if it's another scam. Like, I don't know if multiple different people or companies can buy the data and then use it for however they please, whether it be like a debt collection agency and then someone like on the black market or whatever it's called, the dark web of buying up credit card numbers. But I just found it so fascinating that at the same time of this debt collection agency, because what are the odds that whoever took my credit card, who's buying T-Mobile, Lyft, is like, I'm going to pay off my debt today. And it's only going to be a $150 charge at a gym. Like, really? I don't think anyone who's stealing credit cards is paying off their debt. So I think that they're interconnected. And I'm telling you now that when there's a class, I even called a lawyer who wrote about this specific agency because I was hoping that they would be like, but now I'm like, I don't even know who to trust. What if they're in on it? Like, you know, because it's like anyone can make a company. And it's like, actually insane that you could just have a phone number. Anyone can make a website, right? Like, I could pay for a .com. I have paid for a .com. I can make a website and I could write whatever I want. And also, ChatGPT and AI is so good that I can make fake photos. I can make fake language that even if I'm dumb as rocks, I don't know what the word is, but something, I'm dumb as something. Even if you're dumb as something, you can still say, hi, chat, write me a description for a credit collection agency that specializes in collection of gym memberships and make it sound really believable. And they did that. And also on top of that, this website, they also made sure to position themselves in the SEO algorithm. So when you Google, is blah, 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 debt collection agency real, their website pops up a few times first, and their blog being like, this is 100% a valid debt collection agency. You have to pay them. Like, it's like a conspiracy. It is like that, Chris, but this is real life, and I think your suggestion being a scam is a bit exaggerated. I don't know for real if it's well, okay, fine. But Kevin, isn't it crazy that someone charged $1,000 on my credit card the same time that this debt collection agency charged my credit card for $150 for debt of a gym membership of the same gym that I belong to, that I had such a problem cancel, like back 6 months ago when I tried when I was in the process of canceling it, and when I was trying to get refunded for a few of the months because the gym was, by the way, fully closed and no one was able to show up at the gym, but they were still charging me for it. When I was trying to do that, back then I was saying this is going to be a class action lawsuit one day. Like, this is a scam written all over it. Something's wrong here. And now it's just 6 months later, something is fishy. I don't know. Your Labubas did it. Learn karate, grow a mustache, buy a classic car. Yeah, that sounds sus. Maybe it's something deeper. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, gyms, like, I honestly, I mean, it's really bold to say this, but like in general, do I think gym memberships, at least the really like cheap ones, which I love because I don't want to pay $400 a month for a freaking gym. That's insane. I don't want to go to Equinox. But the fact that these low cost 24-hour fitness, Crunch Fitness, LA Fitness, like 20 to 30 to 40 whatever dollar gyms a month, like I think they obviously make their money off of people that don't go to the gym, you know. But they reach a certain point where they're not making that much more and they can sell it all. And I don't know. I don't know. What was the APR on the card? The APR on the card. I'm not sure. To go very deep with this, she'll end up in a black hoodie doing her lives from the car in a parking lot. I mean, pointing fingers at the employee at the debt collection agency. They got your info and started buying stuff. Really? But the debt collection agency, I'd never had debt. So how would they have gotten the debt collection like, my credit card was fully going through all of the months that I was paying for the gym. I canceled it. I fully canceled it, and I've never been alerted that I had debt. I checked in with the debt collection or debt, whatever they're called, the credit agencies, and I know I'm aware of what I have credit lines for, and gym membership is not one of them. So someone charged on my card a gym membership, tried paying for a debt collection, whatever. So it just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. How would they have my number in the first place? Most people said, I'm going to the gym, don't go to the gym. I'm paying $45, I'm starting to think it ain't worth it. Love you, kid. What's up, Jamie? They got the card information from the gym. They sold the account to the debt collection agency. Yeah, that's what I think, that they got the card information from the gym. I think something happened, but the fact that, like, Facebook, Instagram, all these websites, when there's a data breach, they have to, like, notify you, and there's always a class action lawsuit, and there's all, you get those Instagram ads. I get them all the time where it's like, were you using Instagram in New York between 2016 and 2020? You might be entitled for up to $300 for a class action lawsuit. Da, 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 da. Like, they get sued big time, like these big Facebook, Instagram, da, 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 and they're for data breaches. But like this gym, I don't even know if it was a data breach. I think they were reckless. I think something even like shadier was happening, to be honest. Like, honestly, call me a whatever, I don't know. Actually, I'm not even going to say the words because I don't want to be like rude to anyone who has issues, like whatever, these things. But call me paranoid or something. But in my gut and in my like intuition, like something's here. Something's here. Wait, we should get the spirit. I should get the spirit box out and have the ghosts tell me. Maybe the spirits know. They'll know the truth. Let me see your microwave. No, wait, you want me to microwave an egg or whatever that thing is? She didn't have debt for them to sell. Exactly. So you didn't have the gym membership. I did have a gym membership, and I canceled it over 6 to 7 months ago. But I never had debt with them. I paid off every single thing. Every month when it was charged, I would pay it every month. I've never in my life not paid whatever. So someone, in addition to the 10 other charges on my credit card, which were not mine, like people buying iPads or something from T-Mobile, $300 here, $25 Lyft voucher times 3, like a bunch of other things. The one weird thing that I wanted to call the company and be like, can you tell me who this was? Basically, was this debt collection agency? And just coincidentally, it was the same gym that in the end, and they wouldn't tell me what account it was that they were paying off. They just hung up on the phone. They hung up on me, which is why I thought it was even shadier. Like, usually they would be like, I'm so sorry, ma'am, we have nothing to do with this. You can alert X, Y, and Z. You can call the police. Like, you gotta tell your credit card company, we're sorry this happened to you. He literally, like, hung up the phone and was, like, avoiding my questions. He was, like, it was weird. It was definitely weird. So anyway. And it sounded very scripted, like, similar to the way that when I called them 6 months ago to cancel it and get a partial refund on the fact that they closed the gym that I, like, didn't exist, that they were charging me for. It sounded like the same, like, I don't know how to even explain it to you. Like, I have no, like, script evidence of, like, being like, this is what they said, this is what this is. This is how I know it's the same kind of company or the same whatever. But it was weird. It was weird. I don't know. I'm not showing a microwave. What does that even mean? Just the fact that the thief paid to the same agency that had an account for the gym membership. What are the chances of that? Exactly, Nathan. And what are the odds that, like, a thief is paying off their debt? Like, why would they care? Like, do they need good credit? I mean, I guess, you know what? Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. I've never, had that situation. It's the AI. Debt collection agents and the people that start those companies are POs. You're not paranoid at all. That sounds about right. Maybe a bit exaggerated. Yes, a bit exaggerated. There is an arrest. You can bring civil suit to the collection agency. Jim is going to hang up. They don't give a F. Name the collection agency. Them hanging up is sketchy. Who are they? How are you doing? It's not even exaggerated. Those are all possibilities. Without further information, makes all the possibilities rational. I'm all in now. Got any more stories? That was a wild ride. Do you like Dr. Pepper? Don't tell me they had an accent. Oh, I have another whole crazy story about... Well, I have two. One's like mild. One's not like very detective-y. One's just like, oh man, I'm just sad about it. Like, one of my moderators is in jail right now, I think. So let's not be any of you guys. Like, don't go to jail, guys. Don't go to jail, guys. Don't tell me that. Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely. Do you like Dr. Pepper? I love Dr. Pepper. Your bank should have logged these as unusual spending patterns and alerted you and refunded you. Yeah, they didn't. And you know what? Okay, now I sound really out of my mind crazy for saying this, but for the first time in like 8 to 10 years of my life, I went to the gym not the gym. I went to the bank last week and I opened up a bank account and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, I mean, I don't think that the bank was in on it. I don't think the bank teller like stole. I mean, I'm sure it's happened before. I don't think that the bank teller had anything to do with it, but it was just so like funny. Like, what are the odds? Like, last week I go to the bank to open up a business checking account to be like a responsible adult and go to the bank. And I wanted to even open up another credit card, like, blah, I don't need to give you whatever. But the moral, like, it's just funny that now I have to lock everything. Now I can't, like, I don't even want to go back to the bank to, like, finish the checking account. Like, it was just funny. We need a reminder that jail is bad. You're so pretty. Well, I mean, I had to tell someone. That cat pillow still gets me every time. I know, right? They sold your info. Yeah, maybe. I think so. I feel like they did sell. I think someone sold it. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was the gym. I don't know if it was the person that bought the gym from the gym. I don't know if it was a person that bought the information from the gym I don't know. But something got leaked, and I'm telling you, I know something smells fishy. And it actually, it's even worse, and I even want to like really dig into it because I don't think it's just like a person-to-person level. Like, I don't think... I at first was mad about the guy that was going to T-Mobile on my credit card and buying stuff because I was like, what a loot. Like, come on, really, dude? Like I was pissed about that, right? But now I'm like, no. I think this goes further up the food chain. And someone with way more money than me is trying to like... And that's where I'm like, that's where we draw the frickin' line, and that's where I bust your ass. So yeah, that's where I am right now. So I maybe I'll retitle this live stream, and I'll have to be very careful, and I'll have to like make sure I legally do it the right way because I don't want to defame any company if I don't have like direct evidence of it at this point. But maybe I'll just like check in. Not with a real lawyer, but with ChatGPT at first before I just like outright say it. Because in case there is a lawyer that wants to work on a class action lawsuit eventually against whatever, they'll know who to talk to. Because I've had someone, me with my finger, I'm like the ultimate old lady that like complains. But once upon a time, my first job out of college, after working there for about a year, I was reached out to by a law firm, and they wanted me to be like the person, I don't know what it's called, like a class representative or something, representative, or I don't know what it is, but they were doing a class action lawsuit against the company that I worked for, and they were like, are you okay to do it because you worked there for a certain amount of time? And I was explaining that I knew something wasn't right this whole time, and I had my grievances with this company, and no one around me was getting them, and I was like, something's like, this is bad, this is wrong, and I was pissed. So they wanted me to do it, and ultimately I was scared. It was my first job out of college. I was like, I don't want to never get, I talked to a few people that I could in my network, like, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? And everyone was, they want to play it safe. They're like, don't do it. Like, you don't want because, when you interview for a job in the future, it shows sometimes your court cases that you've been present in, and then the next companies that you want to work for are going to see that you sued your first employer and your only employer, and they're not going to want to hire you. So I was like, you know what? You're right. Long story short, a year later or so, I got a thing in the mail being like, sign here to get your debt collection, or not debt collection, your class action lawsuit, whatever. And I got like $3,500. But like, I don't even want to think of if I was the I am assuming that the person that represented it got a ton more, and that could have been me. Like, I had the opportunity in my hand and I didn't do it, and I really believed in the case itself, and I didn't go through with it because I was scared, because I was like, I don't know law, I don't know what I'm doing. I need a job, so I didn't do it. And so this is one of those cases where I still don't have it all played out, but I think that there's something there. So if you're a lawyer out there and you're a class action lawsuit person that wants to start one, and you've been investigating this, you know who to call. Thank you in advance. And I know no one live is watching this, but if this publishes on YouTube and then I rename the title, maybe someone will find it one day. But anyway, I'd like to see a backflip. It's crazy. I think class actions are divided equally. Okay, I thought so too, Nathan, but I wasn't sure if the person that does all the work, if they get like more, like they're the ones being represented, like, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it actually. Speculation isn't defamation. True. A bigger fish billionaire screwing you over. I thought you're worried about being exaggerated and paranoid and all hyped up about this and having conspiracy all while you're in the basement saying all this. Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, you have to keep calling this. Yeah, I'm going to do some more research on this. Oh, sorry, everybody. But I'm going to end the live stream for tonight because I was supposed to go on this for 30 minutes, and now it's been an hour, and I have other things to do. And I want to get my song out soon. So I'm going to end it for today, but thank you all for watching. If you want, you should go be legally bond. Yeah, I should. Class actions are divided equally amongst people representing the law firm gets the most, though. Interesting. Yeah, I figured that would get, I just thought okay, well, that makes me feel better that I didn't, like, lose out or anything. Criminals, fraud, not class action. That's discrimination. True. I'm guessing you don't see my comment on your last live, considering I'm not banned. Oh, no, I didn't yet. I'll considering I'm not banned is crazy. All right, everybody. Well, peace out, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the Discord. If you are not already, damn song was stuck in my head, but I couldn't remember the words. That's so funny. Okay, I gotta post it soon. I'm gonna work on the song, though. Thank you all for watching. I hope I entertain you a little bit with the stories. Peace out. If you have any information about the class action stuff, go on Discord. Thank you. Bye.